Okay, so this is my vlog 1 of storyboarding scene voices. This is very exciting for me, but this is very scary too. I don't know, man. It's just something about getting so far into the script process. So I'm recording through my camera and I'm recording my face right here. I'm gonna be whispering through a lot of this because it's currently 1:05. Just 12:05. So, yeah. To start, I'm gonna make I believe this is 1 inch or just at least half an inch of space at the top for the heading. I don't have a straight ruler besides this measuring tape. So there's the small space. Let me turn down the fan really quickly. I think I accidentally moved the tripod. I don't know for how many of these videos I'm gonna be whispering. I just find that I worked on scene voices a lot at night, so isn't that something? So scene voices, written and directed by Juniper Lopez, author Juniper Lopez. So we start off with scene 1, shot A, and the way, I don't know if this is standard, I just completely forgot. The way I do it is like essentially like if you start the scene at a restaurant and then a couple scenes later you're at like a park, like in scene voices, that's a whole scene. Like, even though there was many shots included in between the restaurant scenes and the park, that was just one scene, you know what I mean? So I just want to say a few things before I begin. My name is Juniper Lopez. This is the start of Scene Voices storyboard process. I am 19 years old. My goal is to submit this film into film festivals and have it be amazing and win awards. So yeah, let's get started. So, hold on, let me add the title. Scene Voices. So we're gonna start off. I'm gonna make each line segment like about 2 inches, because 2 inches is a lot. Because this isn't like a ruler, a lot of this will be very uneven until I get a ruler, until I go back to like, I don't know, a 99-cent store, because like at Walmart they charge, I don't know, like $2 for a ruler. That's just not it. We have all this. What I can do is I can split it into, let's say 1. I could split it into 3. Okay, that works with me. That looks even enough. Let's see if the camera can see it. That's a good angle for now. We start off, it says, the sun is shining on the streets outside of a restaurant. So what I want to do for that, so the sun is shining, what I want to do for that, the sun is shining. Well, yeah, the sun is shining. And I think you'll find that maybe I could get like some establishing shots of, like, say, the place. So yeah, I'll do that. So scene number 1. There we go. I don't know, I'm like changing so much in the camera. I look so old in over here. I only have one light source, and that's the light that's lighting my notebook for the camera here. So yeah, scene 1. We're gonna have shot 1 because it's scene 1 A. And the way I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna structure this sort of, I don't want to say unique because I've seen this done before, sort of like that. I was gonna come in with stuff like highlighting and stuff, but given this type of paper, I just feel like it might not work very well. It might bleed. Just saying that. So scene 1, it says, yeah, we'll start with the first sentence, which I already read. It says the sun shining on the streets outside of a restaurant. So we'll draw a restaurant. Doesn't have to be pretty. It says the streets, so I imagine it's next to a road. I mean, I'm the one that wrote this. So I guess we'll start with like a restaurant right here. Actually, I'll draw this really quickly. It's just like a faint little X, just to give me some guiding lines of perspective, or whatever they call it in like drawing. So I want like the horizon line somewhere over here, so the road should be like really big going down over here. So that's the road. And I suppose, I was gonna say I guess, but I said I suppose, so I said I suppose. So maybe the restaurant could be like here. Maybe there's pedestrians walking down the sidewalk. Who knows, maybe the sun's like up here. So those are the civilians. Let's just stick figures. And I'll say like this is the door, I guess. And over here can be like, I don't know, a faint sign. I'll draw this like this. Like, I'll fill it in like this. What are we thinking? Actually, let me see if I can get a good shot or angle of me drawing. Because it's always difficult. Okay, so I switched to manual focus. Cause, oh my god, no. So for this next shot, it says the striped white and red umbrellas covers only covers half the table from above. So I don't know how I'm gonna show that. I know I'm the one that wrote it, but given how I want more like more not exposition, establishing shots of the place, I can't just do that in one. So maybe here I'll like put like this is a close-up shot 1B. So wait, I forgot. So I'm gonna add here that this is a wide. So now this says wide. This is gonna be a close up. I can't write all of that, so I'm just gonna put CU. So this is gonna be a very variable. This shot right here is gonna be very. It's a variable more than anything, the way I see it. Also apologize if my tones are down. I know I said I wanted to be quiet, but I also can't do a lot of the vocal training stuff. I don't know, man. I don't know. But also, excuse me. But also, it's just I've been feeling really down lately. So I figured why not do something I really love and work on my script. And I finished up like the small grammar issues, small little mistakes. I edited it a lot while I was working on it, so a lot of the script is final. That's why I'm moving on to the storyboard so quickly. So I'm just gonna put here logo, subject to change, camera's back in frame. I keep not liking the angle. That's okay. But yeah, the reason this is subject to change is because I don't know which restaurant fits this atmosphere. I have a couple in mind. Like, I don't know, there's this one in downtown Phoenix. I really don't know what it's called. However, there's this other one up in Glendale, I'm pretty sure. It's called Johnny Rockets. Now, only reason I'm saying that is because I saw the umbrellas. They're red, not quite striped. However, I can work with that. The one in downtown Phoenix is a little more niche, I want to say, because it's in the middle of that area of the city, so it's like I didn't see a lot of people there. So yeah, and it had the red and white umbrellas, so I was like, ooh, okay. So yeah, moving on to this third shot. So we're gonna have shot 1C. Now, I'm pretty sure I've established this place pretty well so far. I've shown the place, I've shown the logo, this flare stuff over here. That's supposed to be like, oh, it's focused like, I don't know, it's like, I don't know, the logo is there and the sun flare in the background. So now it says, white and red umbrellas only cover half the table. There are two friends, Seth and Allie, sitting opposite from each other, eating fries as they wait for their order. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have this be a wide. I'm gonna split this in two, like in four, like that. I keep looking back at the camera. I'm thinking of putting it over here, maybe. Then the microphone would get in. Oop, I touched it. But then the microphone would get in the way. So now the way this is gonna work is the umbrella's gonna be covering only half of the friends. Oh, that umbrella's humongous. Please don't. If you're a restaurant owner watching this, don't make your umbrellas the size of humans across, height, because that's scary. I'm gonna highlight the red and just pencil shade because I can't color it right now. So this is their table and the sun's only covering half. This is a wanky ass table, by the way. What even is that? That's fine. Allie's gonna be over here on the right. Oh no, that's Seth. Because now it's gonna be split like that. So over here is all the shade. And over here is the sun. So this is Allie. And this is gonna be Seth. Oh wait. Yeah, Seth. So I have that. Isn't that fun? So now, it gets to dialogue, because from here it's gonna show them eating. Enjoy the, I guess, ASMR from Junie, because my vocal training's getting good. I'd like to think I had really good days on it recently. Like I could get a good hello. What the fuck is that on my computer? I just killed it with my finger. Anyway, I've had really good days with it, and I can get like a good hello. I can't do it right now because I have to use my full voice, and well, now's not the time. I might wake somebody up, but I like that. So I want to say scene 1 was, I'm gonna call it, I'm just gonna think of something cool, because every scene to me has to have a name. If not, then it's not organized. This one's gonna be called Setting the Scene. Very basic, but I like it. It sounds cool. So scene 2, I'm gonna call it, because we're getting into dialogue now. This is gonna be one of the longer scenes, at the start at least. Compared to scene 1, which was only 3 shots, this might be a while. Scene 2, Seth and Allie. Initially, Seth was gonna be the main character. After what happens to Allie, later down the script, it was gonna be all focused around Seth. But I figured if that happened, oops, someone's still awake. But yeah, I figured if I did all that, what happened to Allie would have to happen like much sooner in the script, and that's not really what I want. There we go, it's a little more acceptable, I want to think. Like I was saying, if I wanted Seth to be the main character, Allie would have to, her big moment would have to happen later down in the script as opposed to the end. And that didn't feel right to me. I needed to build up a little more. So there's that. So Seth ended up being like a more supporting character. Allie's the main character. So it starts off with Seth saying, "So, tell me, what's new with you?" We're gonna have our talent. I don't know who he might be. He might be black, he might be white. But maybe black, I don't know, cause some friend I have at college said he might be interested in acting, cause he hasn't acted in a while. He's a cool guy. The reason I'm saying might be white or a lighter shade is cause I have another friend who's also interested in playing Seth. So Seth is currently biracial. He's two different races because there's two different possible actors that could be playing him. But yeah, who knows what race Seth will be depending on what actor is interested in playing Seth. Do I really care what race he is? Do I have a race in mind? Absolutely not. Shot 2, scene 8, because this is scene 2 on the first shot. This is gonna be a medium close up. MCU, you know, like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Excuse if the lighting changes. I have Spotify open right here. So he says, so tell me, what's new with you? So he's gonna be like right here. He's gonna be like, hey. He's like stuffing his face right now. I know I'm getting really specific with these drawings, and it's not the point of this storyboard, but I really want to get facial expressions down, or like at least down in the storyboard, just to help convey emotion, to know what I want later down the line. So when I show the actors, they'll be like, oh, okay, that's what I need to go off of. And then the rest is up to their interpretation, because I still want actors to have their creative freedom and interpret the lines in their way. But then again, I also want to really control this, because this is like my film, my first like big short film. So Seth is over here saying, what's up? He's wearing like some button up. He looks like a Frankenstein right now. I'm gonna make him wear a hoodie. Not a zip up, not like a flannel or anything. I feel like that'd be but a hoodie in like the sun. I'm gonna keep what I had, cause it kinda makes him look like he's hunched over. I'm gonna write that down. Hunched. And make sure you could see like food crumbs on his face. And there we go. Now with those new eyebrows I've just given him, he doesn't look like he's mad. And the table's gonna be like, I don't know, right here. So his hand's gonna be like, his other hand's gonna be right around there. And then right there, I don't even know if the camera can see this. That's a fry. Fry. Yeah, that's a fry. Okay. His dialogue is interrupted by he swallowed a fry. So I'm not gonna draw that, because it's implied he does that during 2A. He says, you haven't spoken to me in a while, you know? Talk to me. And that's gonna be an over the shoulder of Allie. So this is Allie right here. This is Seth with his hand on the table, holding the it looks like it looks like he's flipping her off. Because I thought I was gonna say that's the fry he has, but no, that's the finger, I guess. So Seth, I'm just gonna say like he now has both hands on the table, and that's where he's saying the talk to me. So this is gonna be shot. Wait, I put for this one I put 2A. Oh wait, no, because it's scene 2. Oh my god, I was thinking, oh my god, 3A is next, but no. Also, if the camera thing looks inconsistent, like, I don't know, it's just I don't have like one of them things that follow my hand, you know, it's expensive. Well, a lot of cameras are, a lot of gear is. So for shot 2B, it's gonna be I'm gonna put a star because it does something special, and that little specialty, it's a little technique, so it gets a little star bullet point and over the shoulder. Now, the type of shot, it's gonna be like a medium. Nah, it's just an over the shoulder. And Seth looks like that now. He looks a little chubby, but he's gained a couple pounds since the last scene. So that's gonna be 2B. It does something special, which is an over the shoulder. And it's gonna be like a medium over the shoulder. Actually, cause I don't know, cause I wanna include like the type of shot it is with alongside the over the shoulder. Cause there's different, cause sometimes you could be looking over the shoulder and it's scenery that's like a wide over the shoulder. So I'm saying this is like a medium over the shoulder, you know what I mean? I've never heard of people describe them like that, but here I am. So we move on to scene shot 2C. Let me draw these borders. Even though I could just use this whole frame that I just gave myself, and I'm limiting myself. I don't know, I just find it nice because I have space here, space up here. You know what I mean? Would this be easier with like proper storyboarding paper that has like the squares already filled out or like made for me? For sure. However, everything by hand. I wrote every little comma, period, and everything of this script, so every little sketch will be done by me. So shot 2C, I don't know. What does it say? After Seth says, talk to me, Ellie says, oh, yeah, I mean, you know, it's before she stops talking to analyze Seth's movements. So I'm actually gonna parallel 2A. It's gonna be like that, except for the fact that it's gonna be Allie, because Seth was over here facing that way, so Allie's gonna be here facing this way. So, once again, table first, now that I'm thinking about it. And then here's gonna be like an awfully detailed look of Allie, I guess. Nah, I'll try not to. She looks like she's looking to the side. Sorry, Ellie, no more eyes. Why was it so hard to get the eyes in that position? I don't know, Jenny. Why? Tell me why. Having the camera on autofocus is a bit of a gamble right now. I guess I'll just have it on manual for now until I find a good angle down the road. So Ellie has her fingers right there. So this is her hand, because she's just so depressed. Truth be told, I wear a lot of hoodies even in summer. I haven't worn like a proper, well, I was gonna say I haven't worn a proper like no hoodie outfit in years, but I wear like short sleeves with undershirts. That's the only condition I'll wear short sleeves. If I have like a long sleeve undershirt, I do not like showing my arms at all, or my legs for that matter, so I don't wear shorts. So she does the same, camera can't see it. She does the same pose as Seth. She goes like, what does she say? She says like, oh, you know. And for her, I'm gonna include like the umbrella over here, the umbrella pole. Not for Seth, even though it's like basically positioned at the same angle. So there's the umbrella pole. So it's gonna be, again, this is like a medium close up, cause like a close up would just be like of the face. Extreme close up is like really detailed view of the face, and if I can remember correctly, medium close up is just like from the shoulder up. Either that or medium close up is from the face, and then just close up is from above your tit up. I want to say that's what it is. So these guys, Seth and Allie, are high school friends. If I didn't say that already. Okay, so what's next? She fidgets her fingers. Okay, I have a vision for this next bits of scenes. I could afford autofocus on this one because I don't really care if I lose this shot. Anyway, as much as I was saying I don't care, I was adjusting the camera to make sure I get the shot. Ain't that something? So, there's gonna be this next bit, just this next few sentences might take a while. Scene 2 is very lengthy. It shows. But tell you what, that's okay. So that's that. I'm also gonna just extend these guys while I'm at it. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm extending it by the frame of the scene and not the border I established earlier. There we go. That's a little more straight. Unlike me. I'm a woman who loves women. Now you trans folks, if there's any watching, you might just call that straight the long way. I call it being ultra gay. And plus, I've dated women and men, and let me tell you, man, just kind of done with men, honestly. So we're still on, so I'm syncing up the audio again, because I haven't, fully set up that camera, in terms of settings, because the max recording time is only an hour. Maybe I can't change that, I don't know just yet. However, yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I'm just done with men. My last relationship ended. It was fun. I thought it was fun, and then suddenly the guy wants all his stuff back, and it's like, you gave me the stuff. You gave me the stuff for a reason. It's just, you can't ask for it back. I get you spent money on it, but you can't just really ask for gifts back. You know what I mean? I feel like that was really dumb. And while I kind of saw some, like, his side of it, I was just really, no. I don't like lying, but I lied and said, oh, my mom just threw it all away when she found out we broke up. I think that's just the best way I had to go about it, rather than just straight up saying, I'm not giving shit to you back. Otherwise, it would have, like, escalated stuff a whole lot more, and I didn't really want to do that, you know? Because I don't know. Anywho, scene 2 still. So scene number 2, Seth and Ellie continued. So we have, this is gonna be shot ABC. And this 2D. So let me write that down. Shot 2D. Once again, going back on manual focus because I keep trusting autofocus. Anywho, this square is not even. Everyone's taking control of me. Seems that the world's got a role for me. I'm so confused what you show to me. You'll be there for me and care enough to bear me. I'm gonna add a little extra thing on 2C. You're not gonna see that yet. I'm gonna show it at the end. So now we're back to 2D. This is gonna be like an extreme close-up because it's gonna show. This is gonna be table. I'm not a very good hand person. Like, I give a mean hand job. Shut up. I'm not very good at drawing hands, so pretend these are her hands, okay? If it's an extreme close-up, they need to be bigger. Let me redraw all of this. I could have put a little more effort into this, but you know, I put a lot of effort into their that doesn't look right. That kinda looks right. I know what I'm going for. So she's gonna, and that's that. So now she fidgets and she looks at Seth's scarf down fries. So this is gonna be shot A, B, C, D, shot 2, E. Yes, I have to sing the ABCs when it comes to like thinking of what letter comes next when I'm on the spot. Because if I was doing this on my own, I'd know, oh, okay, shot 2E, but apparently put me in front of a camera and I just forget basic information. So shot 2E is gonna be another extreme close-up, and it's gonna be of... what the fuck is that? No, her eyes look a little deformed. Kind of like mine a little bit. I think they're not leveled properly. Birth defect, that just makes me so cute, so hot. I'm making, I think that makes her look a little mad. I'm just gonna make her like slightly concerned, I guess. Oh, she looked pissed. Oh, Allie. You know, at some point in the script I wanted to make Allie a transgender woman like myself. However, I figured, these are her bangs, I guess, that I gave her in the first drawing. It's gonna be just of her eyes. The frame's gonna be just of in her eyes. But yeah, I was gonna make her, I gotta delete the frame because this is messy. I was gonna make her trans, but I didn't do that because, I figured, okay, well, does that add anything to the story if she was trans? Like, would Seth's dynamic change if Allie was a trans woman? Ultimately, I decided no, because Seth would just treat her like a normal woman, which trans women are normal women, but what I mean, like, there wouldn't be much different, like, noticeable changes in the story, or any changes at all, if Allie was a trans woman. I kind of thought about it just in the sense, just like, oh, she's trans, and there's a lot of negative, like a negative outlook on trans women in society. That could be like another hidden message. However, the message I'm trying to convey is already pretty deep. I don't want to shove in a bunch of like other ideas or messages shoved into this big one. Because while it's important to shine light on stuff like that, how trans women and trans men as well have a lot of problems in society because of the fact that they're trans. That's not what this story is about, so I ended up going no. Her nose is too small, so I'm gonna make her nose like... Damn, she's ugly. She looks a little exhausted, and that's kind of the point. I'm just gonna leave it there, cause I don't know. And then the last shot right here that I'm gonna do for the night is, well, right now the camera's at 1 minute behind. That's okay. I didn't know it was only 1 hour. Really, that's insane. So let me draw the thing. This is gonna be shot 2, B, C, D, E, F, 2F. Since this is the last shot for the night, it's gonna be, of course, I don't know. She says she fidgets her fingers and watches Seth scarf down fries. So she fidgeted with her fingers and she watched Seth. Now I'm gonna draw Seth scarfing down fries. Actually, I'm gonna change something up here at scene 1B. The logo thing is gonna be an extreme close-up. Seth's talking is gonna be just a close-up. Allie talking is also gonna be just a close-up. And this is gonna be a medium close-up. I don't want to listen to this song. Yeah, tell me what you want. So now I'm gonna draw Seth scarfing down fries. So Seth's right here. He looks a little cute. So now he's gonna like be looking down at the fries. He looks like such an idiot. That's just not what a human head looked like from the front. Okay, do you know what? I'm fine with that. So he's gonna be like looking over here. The reason Seth's looking over there is because he has a fry. So yeah, that's like Seth. He's chewing. Oh God, that's a horrendous error. What is wrong with me? Oh, now I made Seth's shoulders so flat. I try not to get too like lean into it because then you can't hear me very well on the microphone. And I think that's gonna conclude it for tonight. Let me show you what I did. So here I am. Look at me, look at my little microphone. Right now I'm listening to Get on the Floor. Look at my CDs, yo. Aren't they so cool? I love CDs. So yeah, let me take the camera off the tripod. And I'm gonna show you what I did. Now I'm filming you. I'm holding the camera very like wrong right now because the microphone's in the way. Anyway, look. So to start, we have the wide shot. Here's what I changed about it. Here's what I changed about scene 2B or 1B, I mean. See? It's an extreme close-up as opposed to just a close-up. Nothing changed here with Seth and Allie. What did I change here? I changed this to a close-up. Same with the one with Allie talking over here. Nothing much to say about this, just the fact that Seth looks like a silly goose saying, "Talk to me." Now we move on to what I just drew. It's Allie fidgeting her fingers. That's an extreme close-up. I don't if it'll focus on that, please. So there's Allie fidgeting with her fingers. Then there's her looking at Seth. I don't know if that right there is an eyelid, but it's not. And then there's Seth. He's eating fries. So this is what it looks like. I should not be holding the camera like this. However, yeah, this is what it looks like so far. So I'm gonna turn the camera off. Bam. So yeah, I gotta do it one time just. Or wait, I love doing that. So yeah, that's gonna be it for storyboarding scene voices part 1. I'm gonna edit this during the day so that I could come back. Bye bye. Love you all. Take care.